What's up guys and girls, Lazy Dragon here, and welcome back to Injustice 2, some more injustice we found behind the sofa. When we last left off, Brainiac had kidnapped everybody's favourite Boy Scout, so Batman and Supergirl broke into his super top secret alien ship to go and rescue Superman. By themselves, with no backup. Just a dude in a bat costume and an alien orphan. Would have maybe brought a couple of friends along to help out. Maybe Green Lantern, he does alien stuff as well, might be a bit handy in a fight.
What is it?
Voices. Millions of them.
And now Supergirl's schizophrenic. Brilliant. So we're stuck with a dude in a leather costume going up against the smartest man in the galaxy. I'm liking those odds. Supergirl, what do your elf eyes see? What do they see? Pan the camera around for Christ's sake, what are you looking at? Oh my god, it's Brainiac, and he's naked! Oh no, it's just Brainiac's balls instead. What's in them? Why are they so shiny? I kinda want to rub them.
Languages. The Kryptonians.
The Kryptonian? What are the Kryptonians doing in here? Oh, the balls of the shrunken cities. Oh, that would make sense. Because when I'm storing all of the cities that I've stolen, I don't bother to keep them in any sort of order. You know, don't alphabetize them. No, I just throw them randomly around the room. And whichever part of the wall they stick to, that's their new filing order. 12th level intellect, remember? And yet Brainiac does not seem to be particularly smart.
Until recently, I had thought my collection of Krypton to be complete. Your capture will make it so.
Make it so. Brainiac has already absorbed Captain Picard. The galaxy has suffered a tremendous loss this day.
You have failed in every effort to oppose me. You are not exceptional. Merely an ordinary specimen of a primitive species.
An ordinary specimen. I didn't realise billionaires were ordinary specimens of humanity. I would love to be an ordinary specimen in that case. Go on, shoot yourself in the face with it again. Where's Flash? Time to slow down. Where's the super speedster? Here he comes! No, wait, hang on. That's the wrong one. That's the one with the dumb hat. God damn it. Fine, yay, it's Superman. He escaped from captivity, what a surprise. Ah, they're still bros. Even after Superman turned into a tyrannical dictator and murdered a bunch of Batman's friends, they're still bros.
We'll find her. But we only have 20 minutes before Brainiac's betas scorch the Earth.
Why aren't the others here?
They're attacking the betas, just in case we don't pull through.
We will.
And we even get a world's finest reference. See, they are rebuilding the Justice League. We're going to get a happy ending after all.
Firestorm, what happened to you?
Brainiac unified our dueling minds. No longer divided. We think as one.
If I was Brainiac, I wouldn't have unified your minds. I would have found a way to give you a normal hairstyle. You are a walking fire hazard. Seriously, dude, do you not have some sort of ice hat you can wear? What happens if you walk into a wooden building? You brush against the door frame and Firestorm's going to end up setting the entire place ablaze.
Brainiac has unlocked the Green's power. He has mastered the Firestorm Matrix. All knowledge will be subsumed under his collection.
Oh, well, we haven't taken Superman for a spin, even with his dumb headwear. It's time for the Man of Steel to step up to the plate.
See how you stack up.
Your immense power is finite. The Firestorm Matrix has no limits.
Let's put that to the test. Okay, I'm not even surprised at this point. Superman's combos, exactly the same as they were last time around. Any new moves? Frost Breath, no. Laser Beams, different sort of laser beams. Flying Punch. Ooh, that's a new one. I just got absorbed into Brainiac's balls. Not sure I approve of that. See what I mean? Walking fire hazard. He gets a bit emotional and suddenly the flames turn blue. Up's a daisy. Through the clouds. So majestic. Provided you forget that in the previous game Superman punched his opponent into orbit and then back down to Earth. If anything, that's a downgrade from what he had in the previous game.
We just found your limit.
I'm glad Swamp Thing came back for a second round. I mean, they wasted Atrocitus. He appeared once and then sodded off back to Ismalt. But Swamp Thing, they gave him his own trailer and now he gets 2 entire fights. I mean, Batman's had about 12 by this point in the series, but hey, you know, baby steps. I'm sure NetherRealm's learning. Maybe next time we'll actually get a decent amount of time with all of the characters.
That's new. Brainiac's adapting.
Yeah, Brainiac can adapt all he like.
Quantity or difficulty?
Man of Steel versus Giant Plant. The Man of Steel's always going to win that fight. Apart from the times he didn't win that fight. Actually, this was a terrible idea. Swamp Thing's supposed to be, like, stupidly powerful. Which is weird, he's a giant talking tree. He might be capable of destroying Orthanc and taking down Saruman. But seriously, Swamp Thing's power level is ridiculous in the comics. He is a walking shrubbery, and basically got god-level power. So if you end up at the Pearly Gates in the future, do let us know if God looks exactly like a hedgerow. Because if so, Swamp Thing may have been onto something this entire time. Oh, look at the flying flowers. Aren't they pretty? Don't they smell wonderful? That's going to be terrible for hay fever sufferers, actually. We've just spread God knows how much pollen throughout the entire atmosphere. You throw Swamp Thing around the world, everyone on the entire planet is going to be sneezing for weeks. That was incredibly inconsiderate, Superman. Hay fever tablets aren't cheap, you know.
It should disrupt their link with Brainiac.
I mean, it might disrupt their link with Brainiac, or it might just fry their brains. Yeah, well. If you don't risk it, then you're never going to get that chocolate biscuit.
Yeah. We're both here. What happened?
Brainiac added a third mind to your head.
What happened? I mean, Superman beat the crap out of you. Fairly certain you should remember that bit.
Brainiac's ship. Firestorm will get you back on terra firma.
Oh, good idea. Give the plant person over to the man who's made out of fire. Yeah, I can't see that ending poorly.
Stop for Firestorm. Good luck.
For my next trick, let's send the fish person along with the guy who's made out of pure electricity. That should end just as well.
No Brainiac. Where is he?
I don't know. The ship's walls are lined with lead.
It's almost as if Brainiac thought of everything. What? He put lead in the walls to stop Superman seeing through his ship, but he forgot any sort of magical defense. Look, has no other planet in the entire galaxy had at least 1 or 2 magicians on it? Nobody on Krypton was busy pulling a rabbit out of a hat when Brainiac arrived. This is the first time he's ever heard of magic. Oh dear, Brainiac. Well, let's go with everybody's favourite billionaire for this one.
I'll take care of this. I'll keep searching for
Superman is not very good when it comes to magic. Which is a really crap weakness when you think about it. What are you weak against? Oh, I'm weak against magic. What about you? I'm weak against getting punched in the face. So bloody generic. A space rock from his destroyed planet? Well, that's understandable. Saying you're weak against magic is like saying I'm weak against cheese. Any specific type of cheese? Nah, just cheese in general, mate. So generic. No fun there at all. Wait for it, and up you go in the air. It's a good thing Brainiac had some fuses on these bombs in the middle of his throne room. Headbutting that bucket helmet has got to hurt.
I don't answer to your lords of order.
No, they stole his shiny, shiny hat. That's the entire source of his powers. Don't blow it up. Well, that seems needlessly cruel. Yeah, he was a bit of a dick, but you've just stolen his entire superhuman motif. How is he supposed to fight crime without his shiny, shiny hat? There's no way his head can fit in there.
Their voices are gone.
It's over.
Unless his head is an A4 sheet of paper, it's not getting back in that helmet.
Commanded me.
They can't command you anymore.
Both of you have defied fate, courted chaos. But now, to see you working together again, you must keep order, or the Lords will impose it. If not through Brainiac.
Oh, what a surprise. The guy who just lost his superpowers is now dead. Although on the other hand, Injustice has actually killed two characters now. A gorilla and a magician. They're learning. Maybe in the next game, one of these deaths will actually have some emotional impact. Instead of watching a man's shiny, shiny hat get destroyed. Can't take it seriously, there's no emotion after I've said the line shiny, shiny hat.
I offer nothing less than deliverance. Your environment is poisoned. Your civilization has exhausted its resources. The Earth's decline cannot be reversed.
We'll find a way.
I mean, he says that, but as we all know, climate change is just a myth. Am I right, guys? And now that I've waited just long enough for the angry comments to appear, anyone who thinks climate change is a myth is a fucking moron. There we go. Marvellous. It's always good to lead commenters like that. Oh no, the poor billionaire's got an owie. Wonder what'll make it better for him. Maybe the crapload of money he's got stored away.
Earth's time is up.
Where's Kara?
Being vivisected. She has already taught me much about the nature of your powers.
Allow me to give you a...
That's a gruesome end for one of the characters that's on the box of this game.
You cannot match my...
Then again, I doubt she's actually being vivisected. It'll probably be a cutscene and Supergirl will survive and be, oh look, I'm here to save the day. Everybody's so happy with the House of L. Could you stop calling him Robot Fish to laser me in the face, please? A, it's incredibly painful, and B, you've already got perfectly good arms and tentacles. Use one of them to hit me instead. Spoke too soon. His kicks hurt even worse than the tentacles did. Bring back the tentacles and the robot fish. I think those robot tentacles might be slightly overpowered. So, question. As we saw previously, Brainiac has some amazing shields for his ship that can return all of the energy that the ship gets hit by to the person that attacked it. Why has he not miniaturized that technology and just worn it on his body as a suit of armour? Because that would make him basically invincible. All he does is fly around the cosmos and nick other people's cities. Surely he must have had some free time in between stealing parts of Canada to work on his miniaturization shield technology. Or he could just keep using his frickin' robot tentacles to throw me into the wall, that's cool too.
That was for Krypton.
Yeah, screw Metropolis and all of the cities on Earth. Yeah, that was for the
Is
planet
that
that blew up about
something
30 years
I
ago.
could feel him losing steam as we fought.
Good. Should make it easier to cut him off from the betas.
Oh, what a surprise she's still alive. It's one thing to kill a gorilla, but no, we can't possibly hurt Supergirl. Maybe I wanted Gorilla Grodd to be the hero of this game. You ever think about that, NetherRealm? No, you only think about yourselves. That's why you still haven't given Green Arrow his funny little hat as a standard, instead of having to unlock the bloody thing. It's a good thing that taking Brainiac down makes all of his minions fall asleep as well. Again, 12th level intellect. Did he not have some sort of backup plan in place? Were the minions not capable of running autonomously? What happens when Brainiac's asleep? Do the minions all go to sleep as well? And when Brainiac wakes up, all his minions wake up too. Now all of the ships are falling out of the sky. Do they not have autopilots? Is everyone in this game a moron? Oh, very possible, but come on Brainiac, you're better than this. This is not the Phantom Menace. You are not controlling battle droids against an army of guns. You must have some backup systems in place.
Now we find Kara. What's happening?
Brainiac's mind is the ship's CPU. Apparently he doesn't have a backup system.
Why does he not have a backup system? They teach you this in primary school. Always back up your data, and if you've got a robot army, make certain they can run by themselves.
If we crash, all the cities preserved on board.
Destroyed.
I mean, I'd be more worried about us crashing into the Earth first. Call me selfish, but I would not want to die in a fire explosion.
Controlled by pure thought.
This could kill you.
Sounds like a job for me.
And then Superman's brain overloaded, causing Batman to crash into the surface of the Earth. The Justice League wiped out several billion people that day, purely by accident. That'll be the start of the next injustice. You're not very good at this, are you, Superman? All you need to do is think up. Make the ship go up. You use your thoughts. Everybody understands the concept of up. Hell, if nothing else, just think of the Pixar film. That'll probably achieve the same results. Cut that a bit close, didn't you? What if you'd been off by a second? You would have murdered an entire office building full of people.
Create a bypass loop. Put the ship on autopilot.
Also, the ships do have autopilot.
You will not destroy
So why on earth did the minion ships not activate autopilot before they fell out the fucking sky? Why is this game not making any sense? Oh, who cares? Let's just go beat up Brainiac for a bit.
relinquish my ship.
Nah, he's got a taste for the electroshock now. He's not giving that up. Where did we get a laser beam? Oh, there's our laser beam. Hello, little laser beam. Good to see you've come to play. Little late to the party, but hey, I suppose being vivisected might slow you down a tad.
Regret that. You are persistent, but
He fell for that.
theatrics cannot save you.
A smoke grenade beat Brainiac. What other gadgets have we got to throw at him? Oh, batarangs. A batarang has beaten Brainiac. Several small bat-like robots have beaten Brainiac. In fact, can we just start throwing Lego figurines at him, see if they achieve the same results? They're probably considerably cheaper and it'd still fall for them.
Like you said.
We win again! Brainiac, not really as threatening as they made him out to be. He's been in a grand total of 2 fights so far and lost both of them. Not exactly batting 1,000 right now. Go on, laser him in the face. He's on the floor, laser him in the face. You've got perfect opportunity, just laying right there. No, you're going to leave the supervillain alive? Okay, solid.
Yet, the cities.
How exactly do you know how to put these cities back on Earth? I mean, it's one thing to make a spaceship go up. It's quite another thing to rebuild an entire city. Especially, like, there was Atlantis there. Do you understand the complexities of underwater architecture? No, probably not. And yet it still works out. Hooray for the power of friendship. I want this city to be back where it was so everyone can live happy lives again. You didn't even bother to fix the flickering hotel sign. You're a terrible architect. Why is this city not going back to Earth? All the others are there. Why is this one still here? Is this going to be a model city for the rest of time? Oh look, there's our backup. Convenient timing, lads. Show up immediately after the supervillain's defeated. Good job. Superman looks like he's going into labour. All you're doing is building a city, mate. You're not creating life. You're just moving it from digital life to real life. Kind of like me whenever I go outside. Digital dragon, real life dragon.
Brainiac's work is undone. Not all of it. I couldn't save everyone.
Some cities are still trapped in the collection. Others were lost, wiped from the ship's memory. Metropolis, Coast City.
Like, Metropolis got destroyed again.
We can still save
Metropolis
him,
has got the worst luck in this series.
right? My family?
I'm sorry, Hal.
Oh, poor Green Lantern. Poor Green Lantern. First of all, he has to dress up wearing a green morph suit, and now the only woman who has ever loved that green morph suit is dead, along with, I don't know, a couple of million other people.
Even if I agreed that he should die, you can't. We need him alive to save the rest of our cities.
No, we don't. With more time and Cyborg's help, the ship will obey me.
No, no,
Or we could lose
don't
more
start
cities.
arguing again. You're tearing this
Bruce is
Justice
right.
family
We
apart.
can't be sure.
What we can be sure of is that Brainiac puts everyone else at risk.
This is no different than Joker. If you'd killed him, we might have...
It was never that simple, Diana.
Yes, it is, Bruce. Metropolis and Coast City are gone.
Yeah, Metropolis is gone for a second time. Considerably less emotional impact than the first time around. Damn it, Batman. We could have had the Justice League. Would have been brilliant. All of the fans would have been happy.
You gold kryptonite, courtesy of Firestorm.
But you just had to do one last fight against Superman, didn't you?
Stay down. Enough exposure.
You had to ruin everyone's fan fiction.
Madness has to end, Bruce.
Ah, one more choice. Batman or Superman. They're giving us a really long time limit on this one. I could probably go make a sandwich. But let's be real. Superman's been a terrorist, a dictator, and an evil terrorist dictator. We're going with the billionaire. Also, Coast City was just destroyed. Green Lantern has lost his home, yet he doesn't use that as an excuse to go on a rampage and start trying to murder everyone. You know, Superman, your statement ringing a little bit hollow at this point. Because despite Metropolis going walkabouts for the second time, Green Lantern is still perfectly capable of maintaining his integrity and honour.
Stop, Clark. This is over.
Surprise hug! Surprise trident! Surprise... How many smoke grenades have you got? Well, that solves the Superman problem.
Arthur, don't do this. You don't want to follow Clark. I'm not following anyone. You've never understood Atlantis, Bruce. We are an ancient people with an old-fashioned sense of justice.
I didn't realise fish had justice. And you're probably right, Batman would not understand fish justice. He has never lived at the bottom of the sea, in a pineapple, with a squid as a neighbour. Although, I have just got an idea for a great new cartoon to pitch to Nickelodeon. Hope nobody else has come up with that idea before I did. How is there a Kraken in this spaceship? We're not touching Earth, or any body of water. We're in deep space. How did the Kraken get on this ship? Did Aquaman fly him up here? Do they go on little friendly picnics with them, bring the Kraken with them every time they leave? Aquaman refuses to leave the house unless he's got old Kraken or buddy old Powder come along with him.
Atlantis needs to get with the times.
Looks like we're going to be having some cod for dinner. Nah, bit excessive, Batman. You've stolen his giant fork and used it to impale him. That's probably a war crime in Atlantis. So Batman's dead right now, yeah? Going up against Black Adam one-on-one. He's just going to get his jaw broken in one hit.
There's no escape.
Go on, do it. Kill him, kill him.
You wish to fall. So
No, don't
be it.
drop him, he can glide. If you crushed him there... Yeah. Good job, Black Adam. This is why you're a terrible villain. You could have electrocuted him, finished the bat, conquered the world for Superman, but no. You just had to let him glide away.
Go back to Kondak, Adam. Stay here and you'll be prosecuted.
I don't think he really cares about being prosecuted. The dude's a magic king.
Last time.
If I was a magic king, I'm fairly certain that being arrested would be the least of my problems.
All that ancient wisdom. Wasted. Supergirl, where are you?
They're following me.
Lead them to the cave.
Wait, how are you going to get to the cave? Ah, the Batmobile, making its solitary appearance of this game. Looks remarkably like the one from Batman Arkham Knight. Almost as if they've just borrowed the character model. No, NetherRealm would never be that lazy. That's silly talk. Okay, Supergirl moves at super fast speeds, presumably being pursued by people that also move at super fast speeds, and yet Batman still has enough time to slowly drive back to the Batcave and then do a suiting up montage. Did they stop at the drive-thru on the way over here, or...?
She led us right to him.
It's no accident you brought us here.
Of course it isn't.
I warned him about Diana, but I didn't believe you'd turn on me.
Family squabbles. But,
This is the
fine.
last time.
I guess we're saving Superman for
No
last.
more secrets.
Let's
no
beat up
more
Wonder Woman
schemes.
one more time.
Schemes. I'm not the one who stoked Clark's worst fears.
Wait, I want to say this is the Hellbat armor, but it looks more like Batman's drunk a ton of Mountain Dew and just poured it on the tips of his armor.
To pacify man's world, Cal needed steel, not compassion.
But you didn't bring peace. You started a war.
Why has he put it on the ears? I understand having the kryptonite on the the spiky bits and on the legs for the kicks. Why have you put kryptonite on the ears? Are you afraid Superman's going to pull a Mike Tyson and try to bite your ear off halfway through the fight? It's not even your real ears, it's your helmet bat ears. Why have you put kryptonite on there? Just showing off at this point, aren't you, rich boy? How many times are we going to have to beat up Wonder Woman? For an Amazonian warrior princess, she's remarkably bad at winning fights.
It felt like old times. But I guess we both knew it would end this way.
Of course it would end this way.
Do you remember
Both
that night?
Injustice games have been building up to Batman vs Superman.
You knew, even before I said anything.
That was a good memory.
Aww.
From another lifetime.
This is a sweet heart-to-heart.
I miss the people we were then.
It's a shame they're both wearing such incredibly stupid things on their head. Fluorescent bat ears and that weird neck brace thing that Superman refuses to take off.
Bruce, you can't win. You of all people know, Clark. I never quit.
He is really persistent, this Superman. I mean, we've already toppled his regime. We've beaten up pretty much everyone he knows and loves. And he still keeps coming. Damn it. He figured out our one strategy. And that is to throw a tyre in my face. That's not even a strategy, that's just rude. Especially to the mechanics that probably supplied those things. Those cost a lot of money for the Batmobile. They are not projectiles, Soupy. Soupy Man. It's Soupy Man. With his friends, Minstroni Boy. That was a waste. Well done, Batman. You presented your chin to Superman's fist. Proud of you, buddy.
I'm sorry, Bruce. I'm not dead yet.
Of course you're not dead yet. You're winning the fight. It's kind of difficult to die when you're the one that's riding Superman and beating the crap out of him. And there you have it. The final fight of Injustice 2. Presumably. Unless there's a super secret boss fight against every single character in a row. Yeah, we've already done this bit. I literally just won the fight against Superman. We don't need to see Batman fighting Superman some more. This guy does not know when to bloody quit. Stay down. There we go. It's over, Batsy. It's finally over. You've won. Perfect timing, Supergirl. If you got up 5 seconds earlier, you would have been really useful in that fight.
I'm sorry, Kara.
For what?
I couldn't save him.
So now, Superman goes back to super prison. Brainiac gets locked in a different super prison. All's well that ends well, presumably.
Kara, it's safe now.
Oh no. Fortress of Solitude. Kryptonite handcuffs. Cheeky.
Even without my powers, the Phantom Zone can't hold me.
And we're banishing him to the Phantom Zone.
We'll be ready.
Yeah, that doesn't really work for General Zod. Doubt it'll work for Superman. Go on, grab Supergirl and drag her in there with you.
We were
That'll be a sequel hook.
We still are. I hope someday you'll see that.
No, oh, he's going to do the honourable thing. Oh, aren't you the gentleman, Superman? You've murdered countless people, but no, taking a hostage with you to the Phantom Zone would be too far.
Are you all right?
No. symbol should give people hope. He made them fear it.
It is the letter S. It stands for the letter S. That is the only meaning of that symbol.
We didn't govern people.
Christ, if I ran around with a giant L on my shirt, people wouldn't go, "Oh look, that's a symbol for dragons." No, it's a symbol for the fucking letter L.
Trust.
Oh, I was mocking. And now Batman's shaking her hand. It's going to be a new Dawn and a new Justice League. Except with half of the members either dead or missing. So, is that it? Post-credit scene? The only post-credit scene is in memory of somebody else who passed away. That's unfortunate. But anyway, thank you all for joining me. Our journey through Injustice is over. That's it. There's no more until the DLC comes out. Of course, if you've enjoyed this series, then there'll be an entire playlist in the description if you want to put yourself through it again. I wouldn't recommend it because I'm quite boring to listen to. But anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you've got any games that you would like to see played on this channel, or mocked on this channel, or even just generally acknowledged on this channel, feel free to leave them in the comments. But until next time, farewell everyone.